The waist to hip ratio compares your waist measurement to your hip measurement. Hello and welcome to the Nutri Mantra podcast. I am Shruti and today we are going to talk about the hows and whys of the waist hip ratio. Why is the waist size so important? Because carrying too much weight around your waist can cause health problems. Your health is affected by where you store your body fat, even if you have a healthy weight or normal body mass index, that is BMI. Too much fat around your waist is known as abdominal obesity. The fat stored around your internal organs is called visceral fat. Visceral fat sends hormones, fatty acids, and other chemicals that cause inflammation in the body that leads to higher cholesterol, triglycerides, blood pressure, and blood glucose. Fat around your waist can make you more likely to have other health problems, including heart disease, cancer, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and infertility. Abdominal obesity can affect both men and women, but men are more likely to suffer from this, and women are more likely to carry fat around their hips and thighs. Waist to hip ratio versus body mass index. The waist to hip ratio compares your waist size to your hip size, whereas the body mass index measures your weight against your height. Now, which one is better? Your waist to hip ratio might give you a better picture of your health than your BMI. You can be at a healthy weight but might have too much fat around your midsection. Now, how can you measure your waist to hip ratio? Wrap a measuring tape and measure around your waist at the smallest point, usually around your belly button. Be careful and do not pull the tape too tight. This is your waist circumference. Next, wrap the tape around your hips at the widest part. This is your hip circumference. Divide your waist size by your hip size. The value you get is your waist to hip ratio. WHO defines abdominal obesity in men as a waist to hip ratio of at least zero point 0.9 or more than that. For women, it is a ratio of 0.85 or more, and a value higher than 1 for either of them means a much higher chance of health problems. If your ratio is on the higher end, try these tips to lower it. Most people who suffer from abdominal obesity consume more calories than they can use. Without enough activity, your body stores the energy as fat. The simplest way to lose weight and lower your waist to hip ratio is to eat less and be more active. Aim for a total of moderate intensity exercise for 30 to 45 minutes, not less than 5 times a week. For example, brisk walking, jogging, cycling, etc. Follow a healthy dietary regimen. Talk to a nutritionist to build a meal plan to help you lose weight safely. How can we prevent a high waist to hip ratio? Sometimes health conditions like hypothyroidism, PCOS, stress, depression can cause you to gain weight around your waist. Also, we might start emotional eating if we are low or lonely. At that time, it would be better to find a different way to distract yourself, like reading a book, taking a walk, exercising, talking to a friend. Taking medications for the disorders leading to weight gain can also help you keep the waist to hip ratio in check. Measuring a person's waist to hip ratio is a quick way to get an indication of overall health, obesity levels, and the risk of weight related health conditions. However, if someone is less than 5 feet tall, their waist hip ratio may be less meaningful. Also, it is important to note that waist hip ratio is not designed to measure the health of children and should only be used for adults. Hope this helps you all to maintain your waist hip ratio in the healthy bracket. I will now take your leave and meet you in the next episode of Nutri Mantra podcast. Do drop in your suggestions or topics you would like to know more about. Take care. Bye bye.